Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. Um, this is yet another video with a bit of an experiment, and where my hands and nails are still gross. So I apologize in advance for both those things. Now, it's funny how the universe works. I was about to have lunch, and of course I thought, oh, it's a good time to squeeze in, a video or possibly more. And I turned to Kim Newberg's channel, and within the first minute of her video, she was pulling out a glass mat. And I thought that reminded me that, hey, I have a glass mat. I want to do something, try something today with this heat gun. I don't want to warp this healing cutting mat. So what I thought I was going to find when I went to where I keep things like this is this. And I have it in another size. So these are thrifted, tempered glass cutting boards. So this side is all pebbly, which I didn't think would be the best side to work on. So I flip it over and you can see that at some point I had paint on here. Now I have this in, as I said, a bigger size. But imagine my surprise when I see that, I too am the proud owner of a cutting mat. Didn't even remember that I bought it. Don't know where or when. Can't remember how much I paid for it, but I know I wouldn't have bought it unless it was affordable, because I don't really think I like glass mats, to be perfectly honest. So I'll just say, before I put this out of reach, is that you can get these for not very much money at thrift stores. Now, of course, and maybe that's the reason it was donated, are some of these rubber feet are usually missing. Well, even on this thrifted We Are Memory Keepers glass mat, it's a three-legged creature. There is one of the little feet missing. So I have a couple of choices. I can either remove the three that are remaining, or I can steal one of these, take both these off, use one of these, because obviously, this bottom right is the missing foot. So that's, one of those jobs that just needs a little time and whatever. But I was pleasantly surprised. I just wiped it. I'm using my sleeve to get rid of the streaks that the wet wipe left. Anyway, I think my objection to glass mats is that they are noisy. I know, it sounds crazy. I shouldn't even keep revealing stuff like that about myself, because those of you who think I'm, not bad, kind of cool, like keep coming back because you like what I'm doing or how I behave, it risks making you think I'm the crazy craft lady. If I am cooking, which we know that doesn't happen a great deal, but if I'm cooking, 9 times out of 10, I will reach for a wooden spoon to stir in a frying pan or a saucepan. I don't like that metallic, metal spoon on a metal surface sound. And this reminds me of that. I think it would be, I'm sure, clearly it has to be more reflective for you than this matte surface. And I don't know. I guess I have it because I thought it would be good to use as a palette, but I would never use it as a my everyday crafting mat. However, I'm very grateful that I saw that little bit on Kim's video, because sure as the sun rises in the east, I would have probably done some damage to my mat. Okay, so what's the real reason for today's video? Well, you may if you saw the video that I did on cutting foam using the Sizzix, the Big Shot, is that what it's called? Yeah, Big Shot. You know that I was able to do it, and people seemed to like the video and so on. But more than one person, was concerned about my warped mats. And I trust Celeste, who is Woodland Inspired. Her channel is Woodland Inspired. When she said that, those mats need replacing. These cutting mats need replacing. You can see that one is a heck of a lot more warped and bowed out than the other. This one is, probably not too bad. If you saw the video where I talked about the junk journal group that I have just become a member of, you'll know that I talked a bit about mats, cutting mats in that video, and I won't repeat myself. However, somebody in the meeting said that there's a channel, or a YouTube channel, Jennifer McGuire, is that the right name? Jennifer McGuire, who apparently did a video on, I forgot to put up my second light, or third light, who did a video on trying to salvage warped mats. And apparently her method, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to set up this little tripod here. Apparently her method involved boiling water. Well, I don't want to try that, but I do want to try, especially on this one that, is the worst. Try to see if using a heat gun will make a difference. And again, I don't have enough of a grounding in science to know, okay, if this is convex, this is concave, which side should I be applying the heat to flatten it out? Don't know that. My impulse might be to, okay, heat is going to make it expand. So maybe this side? I don't know. If this fails, what have I lost? Nothing, because this is garbage anyway. If it works, well, you can send me my Nobel Prize right now. In the meantime, of course, and I think I've shown this before, I did buy these replacement pads, 2 of them for $19 Canadian. So, at some point I'll start using them, and, we'll all live happily ever after. So, of course, you know that this is going to be noisy. I will try to confine myself to this glass mat so I don't do any damage. And let's see what happens. So here we go. We'll just give it a wee bit of time to warm up. Now I didn't assemble any other tools. And again, totally the blind leading the blind here, because I don't know, like obviously I'm applying the heat to the edge, thinking this is already stretched out of shape. But whether that is right or effective or a waste of time and energy, no idea. Now, because this is a thicker surface and, not flammable and all of that, you can see that I'm getting very close because I know it's not going to ignite. It almost seems as though I should have something to apply some pressure once I've warmed the plastic, because I guess right now I'm thinking, oh, it's magically going to just flatten out. Let's see what happens when I flip it over and heat this raised center. And you know, hopefully I don't knock too many things over, I do have my sad iron at the ready, and you sure get a lot of weight out of that. Didn't make a dent in it. And of course, do that cautiously. It is relatively warm. So you can see that I'm alternating from one side to the other. This is a wee bit risky because I have to be careful not to get too close to this left hand. It was raining. It's raining and overcast here today, which is not good harvest weather, in case you're wondering. So anybody with arthritis, osteoarthritis, knows that damp, cold weather never makes you feel any better. So all my joints are achy. What I've been seeing a physiotherapist and a massage therapist for the last few weeks has been left shoulder pain. And somehow, and nobody, challenged me on it. I said, well, I don't understand. How could my left side possibly hurt when I'm a right-handed person? Well, I'll tell you, since this thing has been so painful and affecting range of motion, I've discovered what a workhorse my non-dominant hand is, or arm. It is the one that does the bulk of the carrying, because the right hand is the one that's either holding a key, opening a door, whatever. So I've been trying to become a little more ambidextrous to spread, to baby that left shoulder a bit and to spread out the workload. So I have another appointment with the physio tomorrow, so I'll be telling her my revelation, or my insight. It's not going to surprise her, of course, because I'm sure she already knows that. But it's crazy. It felt like the days, weeks, months, years leading up to my rotator cuff surgery. where the lateral motion, so in other words, kind of flat, like, okay, if this sort of a motion outward seemed to be the most difficult. Or getting a jacket on, like getting your arm into that armhole. I felt a little bit like T-Rex or something, like I didn't have the range of motion. The pain was restricting what I could do. So of course it's diclofenac, heating pads, and strengthening exercises. Just what I need. More activities to cram into my day. I am going to say, well, let's see. When I compare it to this one, I think that did nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Now, since it's still so warm, maybe what I'll do is I'll add, oh my God, here, my little old left arm again, having to lift. I'm going to put these rather, you know what, some books would even be good, but kind of hot to put books on. I think I'm going to probably end this video here while this is, or I may have to reheat it. What I'll do is find a place to put all this, stack this up with a whole bunch of heavy books, and then add these two objects on top. Because honestly, from this, when I kind of sit back and look at this from an angle, oh, it probably just springs back when the weight is lifted. Anyway, again, I was hoping with some good news for you, but at this point it doesn't. I guess I might have to watch that other video, see if that lady had success with her idea, and see if I want to waste any more time trying to save this thing. I guess, see, to me, it feels like this bulge needs to flatten as opposed to these need to sit down. Right now, it's sort of like a seesaw. So, anyway, I will get this thing out of my way, reheat it a final time, put the books on, put the weights on, and let you know how that turns out. I personally will not be holding my breath that it's going to be the answer. So, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, take care of both of your arms, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.